What is up, guys? This is Jared Spalding here, and today I wanted to do a video about why I'm investing in numismatic coins. So I guess let's just jump right into this here, and I just pulled out some silver dollars for this one. I know I have probably better examples of numismatic coins, numismatically valuable coins, but I figured I don't want to use the same coins, twice in a row like that. So, and anyway, these are pretty good examples too, and probably some of the most popular series you'll ever find. So, anyway, not that that really matters too much, but let's just jump right into this here. So, I've told you before about this one person who was commenting on my videos, telling me that I should be selling all my numismatically valuable coins off just to buy pure, low premium bullion, and that even I think they were saying that also junk silver was fractional silver, so it's always overpriced, and some stuff like that, which, I can understand. Other people are going to have different viewpoints, but I guess today I just wanted to take the time to explain why I'm even investing in numismatically valuable coins, why I think that they're a good addition to my stack. So before, I want to say anything, just remember, this is not all I invest in. I am a huge, advocate for diversifying your stack. I think that you want to have at least, at the bare minimum, 3 different types of silver. And for me, that is, my 3 essentials are numismatically valuable coins, junk silver, and generic bullion. Those are my 3, my big 3, and I think the 3 that are all different enough to be, all good investments in their way and protect you, and one can protect you from the flaw that the other one has in a certain situation, and that type of thing, to make sure that your stack's balanced out. But whatever balance you find that works for you, is great. But like I was saying, since I am a huge, proponent of this, of course, one of the things I'm going to have to do is be getting, coins that are worth more than their silver, investing for quality over quantity. And in that case, I really believe that, let me try to hold this still here, but I really believe that these coins are not only a good addition, in the fact that if a silver price collapse were to happen, they are still protected, but also I really think that you can actually see these coins gain in value. And, I know that numismatics haven't been doing the best right now. Numismatically valuable coins have been taking kind of a beating, especially with silver going down, and even for longer than that. But the thing about it is that I guess it depends on how much time you have, If you're a much older investor or someone who just wants to be in it for a little while, isn't it, expecting huge returns in a day, then silver's not even for you, Go to the stock market for that type of thing, where you can either, have huge losses or huge gains. But silver, you are pretty much guaranteed that eventually, if you wait long enough, you're going to make money. But the waiting part, that is the part where it makes it difficult. There's the whole patience factor, and you're not going to become super rich off of silver investing unless you are investing wisely in numismatically valuable coins. And where that comes in is the fact that there's a few things you need to look for. For one, look for a series that you think is going to go up well, And I know this seems to be kind of turning this into a how to invest in numismatic coins, which I'm not trying to do here, but I guess let me just try and get back on track with my reasoning. Sorry about that. But, yeah, anyway, like I was saying, they're going to gain value over time, and if they are taking a beating right now, then that really means that you can buy lower. And since I have enough time to, myself personally at least, to sit on them for a while, I can easily wait 20, 30 years if I have to for numismatics to go back up. And since I can buy low right now, it's just like if the silver price is low, of course you're going to buy, not to sell, right? And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm not going to sell off all my numismatic coins because I'm going to be undiversifying my stack. And if they're taking a beating, why would I ever want to sell? If I can buy them at a lower price, of course that's what I'm going to do, because I know that I have enough time to wait for these coins to make a comeback. So, like I was saying, if I have to wait 20, 30 years, that's perfectly fine, because I know I can do that. I know I personally have the time to wait for these coins to go back up in value. And maybe, maybe someone else watching this doesn't, and if you don't, I understand, or maybe you want to be in a faster, more volatile market. That's perfectly fine, but then silver's probably not for you, because, honestly, at the end of the day, it's all about a game of waiting, and as long as, and I guess here's the part where I can kind of factor in the how-to thing, is as long as you are buying series that are going to be popular in the future or have a lot of potential in them that are undervalued right now, or you manage to find something that's really obscure, but to somebody happens to have a lot of value, then that's when you can do really well in the numismatics. Like, for example, this is a good example of buying series that are popular. Out of the silver dollars, these are by far the two most popular series, because if you go older than Morgans, you start to get stuff that's a little bit more expensive, and so it's a little less friendly to newer investors. But this is for everyone. A good old Morgan dollar or a peace dollar, anybody will want. And sure, someone who's a more experienced investor is going to be putting a lot more of money into them to get a lot more of them, but at the same time, anyone can buy these. So that brings up, your area of people to sell to by a lot more, because you can sell to beginners, intermediate investors, and even large investors, even large-scale investors, as long as you have enough the coins accumulated yourself to the point where, they're going to be willing to put a lot of money into it, because that's what they have. They have a lot of money to put into it, but they want some cheaper coins and they want to get a lot of them. They want to be kind of not buying quite just quantity or quite just quality, just kind of going intermediate, and that's where these coins are good for, because none of these are super expensive. I mean, most expensive one here is this one costs $50, so none of them are crazy expensive or anything, and they're kind of a good good coin to come in on silver with, but also a good coin for a more experienced investor to get. So I do understand where the guy was coming from with the whole fact that saying numismatics are only worth what people consider them worth, and silver has more of a guaranteed value. But at the same time, as long as you're investing wisely, I really think that numismatics can pay off for you, and I really just think that you should really take a good look at them before you kind of just dismiss them off as a waste of a premium, because unlike something like the kookaburras or the pandas or anything like that, American Silver Eagles have a lower premium, so not anything like that, but anything that's part of a series that's a really limited run or something, and it's going to cost you like 3 or 4 times over spot. Any of that stuff, like somebody else actually commented, I really appreciate what they said. They were saying how they would prefer older coins due to the fact that they have scarcity and rarity, is what I believe they said, because they have things working against them, even if their mintage was higher than some of those newer produced, because of the fact that that newer coin, sure, it might have had a lower mintage at first, but it has nothing working against it. It was never intended for circulation, so all of them were kept in pristine condition. And to build upon that, that really means that, of course, they're going to be harder to find in pristine condition for something that has 10 times the mintage, because all of them were put into circulation. Let's say like this Morgan dollar right here. Let's say there's 10 times more of these minted than the 2016 1-ounce silver kookaburra, right? Let's just go random example there, and that's probably not going to be true at all, but just kind of going on something here. And all of these, though, were circulated, and every single 1900 Morgan dollar was put into circulation, of course, except for maybe ones that were put in proof sets and stuff like that and reserved for private investors, but all the coins like this were intended for circulation and were circulated. None of the 2016 kookaburras are going to be circulated. Therefore, they are all going to be kept in that, nearly flawless condition. These ones defined in that higher flawless condition are going to be extremely more valuable, because some few of them are going to exist in that condition, and therefore they're going to be much, of a better investment for you, because they're going to be worth a lot more. And that's where they also have the potential to gain value, because more and more of them are still being circulated, and some are going to be lost in the mail. And I know it doesn't really seem like many Morgan dollars are going to be in circulation, like I was saying, but there still are some out there. That's why you can still find some coin roll hunting. Even there's a lot being held in banks that nobody's ever going to get a hold of, and that type of thing too. So a lot of these are still being damaged every day, and so they actually will get rarer. But a coin that every single person is holding onto it in that pristine condition when hoping for it to gain value, it's not going to happen, because if every person were to buy a same coin thinking that in the long run it's going to gain value, then kept it perfect and everything, then it's not going to gain any value, obviously, because everybody is hoping for that same scenario. But with these, they were all circulated, you know, they already had that working against them. They were melted down, all that type of thing. So that's why numismatics are, if you're going to go with anything at the high premium, those are the much better investment is constitutional numismatic coins, at least in my opinion. But, you know, let me know yours in the comment section, because, you know, I honestly don't mind too much if someone leaves a dislike, but if I don't really like to see too many dislikes, but then no comments of anyone backing up their dislike on the video. So, you know, if you do have a problem with it, then of course let me know. I want to hear your opinion on it. I don't mind at all hearing someone who opposes with me, because that's how you learn, right? So anyway, that's it for this video. Peace, love, and much respect.